Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's a very special Shabbos this week as we take the energy of Purim. We have the holidays of the greatest joy from Wednesday night with 500 people here on our rooftop hearing the Megillah. Yesterday, another couple hundred people in downtown in our community party, vibrating throughout the night. And now we go right back into Friday night davening and Shabbos. It's like going from Wednesday until Sunday, a grand celebration. In Israel today is Purim, because as we read in the Megillah, the walled cities celebrate Purim on the next day. When I was a student studying in Israel, it was the same schedule. And we literally had Purim from Wednesday night outside of Jerusalem and then Thursday night in Jerusalem. And we stayed at the meal until the Friday night dinner, until Shabbat services and Friday night dinner. And so it's just a continuation of celebration. And so we continue for many, as we know, it says, Simcha Poretz Together, as joy breaks all boundaries. And as we go into this Shabbos, we hope that very shortly we'll have a time of peace and security for our Jewish brothers and sisters that are living under fire in Ukraine and all Jews around the world. This Shabbos is a very special Shabbos. We read the Torah portion of Tzav. And Tzav continues the same theme of the Parsha, of the whole book of Leviticus, and that is about the sacrifices. And one of the things it says is Reach Nichoach LaHashem. We'll find that pretty often. Reach Nichoach LaHashem, a beautiful smell, a beautiful fragrance for Hashem. Why is that to keep saying a beautiful fragrance for Hashem? Who else would it be for? And so the reason why it keeps reminding us that these things are for Hashem is that the beautiful fragrance was not to cover up the sacrifices. Remember, they're bringing animal sacrifices which have a bad smell. And if you think you bring these fragrances, and that's for the people there, so it could be more, it'd be a better fragrance for the people that was in the shul, in the Beit HaMikdash, in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle. But instead it's a Reach Nichoach LaHashem, which is something very powerful. A lot of times we like to do things because they feel good to us. We want to feel good about it. And we want to do a mitzvah that makes us feel good. But a lot of mitzvahs are not about us feeling good, even though there might be a byproduct, like a good smell out of it, but it's actually for Hashem. And we have to remember that. And when we start realizing that by doing this, we are getting connected with Hashem. That is what Savta, mitzvah means, Savta v'chibur, the deep connection that we have with God. That itself will make us more joyous in order to do the mitzvah. It teaches another thing about Reach Nichoach LaHashem. A lot of times we look at this whole parsha and we see the priests are the ones that are bringing the sacrifices. The priests are the ones that are bringing these incense. In reality, and today we don't have a tabernacle or a sanctuary or a temple, but we do have a shul. And for many people, they say, let the rabbi do it, let the chazan. The chazan is sitting up there praying. Why do I need to pray? Rabbi, you put on tefillin. Rabbi, you do this for me. I don't need to do it myself. You know, there was there's a cute story of a rabbi. A woman comes to the rabbi and asks him to pray on her behalf. And so the rabbi gives her, it's going to cost you a huge sum of money. But she turns around to the rabbi and says, I can't afford it. Maybe you could do a better price. The rabbi says, I can't discount this prayer. And so she says, you know what? I don't have any other choice because I don't have the funds. I have to pray for myself. And so that's the rabbi turns around to her and says exactly what I wanted to hear. You're asking me to pray for you. You're asking somebody else to pray for you. We need to pray on our own. We need to know that we have to do on our own. We can't just depend on others to do a service or a connection to Hashem for us. We have to step up and not just depend on the rabbis, not just depend on the priests and the kohanim who are bringing the smell, but be able to have our own deep connection with Hashem. And so as we go into the Shabbos Parshat Tzav, a Shabbos of connection, a Shabbos in which we connect with God, we take the energy of Purim and the holiness and the spirituality of joy. Let's be joyous in our service to Hashem, like the holiday of Purim throughout the year, and make that deep connection. And if we do that, then for sure God will give us all the blessings, and hopefully very soon a time of peace and security for all Jewish people around the world. Shabbat Shalom.